Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back to Anime Church. Man. We are sadly Fenris-less today. I should have just said Fenless.
Yeah,
Would have almost
Finless.
been this. Yeah, we are Fenless today. He's not going to be here this week or next week. So we're just going to have to trudge on without him, which is a little sad. But you got the two of us here. Welcome to Anime Church. We're the church where you can cosplay and we don't judge.
The two of us.
We can make it if we try. And yes, I did update my images on screen. So there's some fun stuff with this. Nice pun on his name. Yeah, I think so too. Fenless. All right. But we do have a really good show for you. It is a little ironic that the week that he goes away is the week that we get Studio Mappa making a Gundam. So yeah. That being said, I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
And I am currently reaching out to the Nun of Nuggies to see if they can join. Oh, so Moon, I have a question for you, sir.
I have an answer.
Okay. You have Subnautica, correct?
Yes, I do.
Ooh. Interesting. So I was thinking about Naruhodo. I was thinking about doing a thing where we all stream, like we get a bunch of us together streaming Subnautica and we're playing. We're all different survivors from the Aurora, but the joke is we never find each other.
Because we can't. That would be
Yes,
great.
exactly. Yeah. Until Subnautica 2 comes out, and then we will. You know, it's like, oh my god.
It's you! I've missed you! I've heard your voice so many times!
Yeah, I had that whole thing of like we just act as though everyone else is just talking to us like over the radio, kind of a little similar to Neebs Gaming, but instead of getting a call from like some like corporate headquarters on Earth or whatever, no, these are just other people. We're like talking about our experiences on the planet. So
yeah, we're just like on a group call and everything. It's like,
yeah.
Hey, are there any other survivors of the Aurora out there? Shut the hell up! I'm trying to survive! What?
Oh my god, thank God!
Shut up!
I thought I was all by myself.
No, just thought of a better
It gets
answer.
better. It gets
Damn
better.
it, shut the hell up! I'm trying to get off over here! You're trying to what?
All right. All right. I have typed to the Nun of Nuggies. I did ask. I go, is the Nun of Nuggies available? She's in defense of her, or in defense of them. Sorry, in defense of them. They are not used to. Oh, okay. Family came down to visit, so no. I was also going to say, in defense of them, they're not used to being in the Anime Church. I'm in mini hell. Come. Come. I love how they said I'm in mini hell. My response as I type this. All right, it's sent. Come join us in nerdy news heaven. Don't you want to talk? I go, don't you want to talk about Shrek 5 with us? That's going to be a thing. I wish I could. My mother would have my head if I did. She drove 2.5 hours to be here. And that's like a drive to Chattanooga. That's not even a day drive, man. I can nap for that. Like, if it's a drive that I can have a small nap to, have a small nap to, that's not really a drive. She can call me when she drives 6 to 12 hours one way to see family. Because I do that on the regular. Oh no! Do not post 112 hours. No.
112 hours of what?
Driving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, that's the funny thing. You guys are like, oh my God, it's so far away. To come down here and be like 5 hours. That's crazy. And I'm just like, my guy, to visit my parents, I either have to meet them halfway, which is a 6-hour drive, or I have to drive 12 hours, all one way, by the way, to go see them at their place. Atlanta is a fucking hop, skip, and a jump away, as far as I'm concerned. And yes, guys, I'm aware that you're like, oh no, you're doxing Moon. No, I'm not. He doesn't live in Atlanta. It's a rough estimation.
Yeah.
You don't know where Moon lives, and that's okay. He lives in the great state of Georgia, and there's a lot of there.
Yes.
There's a lot of there. Yeah. All right. So, Sister Moon, okay, but that's because you're like, what, 3 doors down? See what I did there? Yeah.
I think I just heard 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
Followed shortly by a car and an explosion. Thank God it wasn't
I think
mine.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're the two assholes just with an ice cream cone looking down at the fire and just going, man, somebody should do something about that. That's us. That's who we is.
Mm-hmm.
You did donate to Italian charity. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Alrighty. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And as I mentioned, dang, that's a lot to drive. Yes, it is. So like when I go visit my parents, it's a thing. Like, okay, so yes, I could fly to Dallas to meet my parents, but it's still a 2.5-hour drive east to get to where they live. So it's not exact. So regardless of whatever I choose, I'm driving at some point. Like I'm stuck driving, but it is what it is. That being said, let us go ahead and get to some nerdy news. Moon, you ready to talk about some nerdy news with me?
I'm ready to talk about some nerdy news. Are you ready to talk about some nerdy news?
I am excited. I am positively throbbing at the implications here. No, I am not.
Throbbing.
the return of the Y boner. With a vengeance. No, wait. It was Y boner 2. The reckoning. Oh my God. Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's talk about Shrek 5. They gave like a little teaser. It's practically nothing. Guys, this is definitely not coming out anytime soon. The post that they have here says Christmas 2026. So it's going to be a minute. This is just a slight little tease, and we're going to go ahead and show it. I'll be able to hear it, but Moon is probably watching it on his end as well with us. It's just good to have this as a refresher, even though I know what's coming up. And hey, we're going to talk about it. So we got Donkey, Mirror. I love that they're embracing the memes.
Yes.
And okay, so there is Shrek and Fiona's daughter, who is going to be played by Zendaya. Mm-hmm. It's really nice of Mike Myers to put this very unknown actress, in this movie. Man, the accolades she's gonna get, her career's just gonna take off from here.
Oh, absolutely. But it does make me wonder, who are the other 2 kids going to be played by?
Okay, I also love the Pinocchio jokes.
Not me! You think at some point he'd learn to stop fucking lying.
I also love the announcer at the end. He's like, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Like, I'm like, oh, you put a question mark at the end of that. Okay. So they're definitely having a lot of fun with this. It's, I'm not as invested in the Shrek movies and the culture and everything as many others are, but I like it. It's kind of like Harry Potter. I'm not horribly invested in it, but I like it, Also, just to point this out, I can like the art without liking the artist or the creator. Just because the person behind it is shit does not mean that the stuff that they made is suddenly shit, Also, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
How did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? No, the thing we have to say, we have to at least make sure that Goblet of Fire is at least slightly clear at the end. But yeah, I like this whole competition of who could do this, like, that dialogue in the most unintelligible way possible. But you still have to they have to at least be able to hear the words goblet and fire,
So like, goblet of fire.
Yeah. All right. Anyhow, yeah. This is coming out Christmas 2026 as they post. It's gonna be a while. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm not dying to rush to the theaters to go see it at the
I'll
moment.
decide if I see it in theaters the more I hear about it.
That's how I would definitely need more trailers. I would definitely need more trailers before. Oh my God! Isn't this the
some
week?
backlash that people have had based on how they look, but I think they look fine.
Yeah, isn't this the month that? Okay, am I getting this wrong? But is the How to Train Your Dragon live action coming out this month?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look up when it's coming out. But yeah, I'll say this, man. The Shrek movies were fun. They just were. And yes, they made me laugh. I am the biggest fan of Shrek 2. Shrek 2 was the best
June 13th.
out of all of them. June 13th. Well, darn it. Okay, thank you for looking that up for me.
Yep.
Forget about the dragon live action. I didn't forget about it. I just couldn't remember the date. All right. But yeah, I think the second one is probably the funniest, even though I know they added Justin Timberlake to, was it 3 or 4?
Justin Timberlake was, I think, 3.
Okay. But yeah, 2 was my favorite. It
was
all of the
amazing.
jokes all over
And
the
the
place.
music. It had an amazing
memes,
music selection.
It had everything. It was so, dude, you literally got Simon Cowell to come in and do like an America's Got Talent style thing for the fairy tale land.
And it was
as
hilarious.
dumb as that was, it was so stupid. I love how disappointed he is with some of the people that when you choose like something that he doesn't like. But of course, Simon's favorite one is Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Should be. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah. I also love that Smash Mouth, people are like, oh, the Shrek song. And I'm like, my guy, no, that was out way before Shrek.
Yeah. Like that song specifically was used in Mystery Men way
Yeah, which is so, oh my God, I missed that. I missed that.
Such a good movie.
So much. It's so good. It's so good. I especially like
with the spleen.
Yeah, which is so funny because that's Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And but of course, my absolute favorite, you may not recognize, but the guy in the turban, I can't remember his name at the moment.
Hank
the one that
Azaria.
throws Hank Azaria plays the guy throwing silverware, and he is a prominent Simpsons voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does a lot of Simpsons voices,
I think it was
including
it was the
Mo
Blue
from
Roger or something like that.
The Blue Raja. Yes,
The Blue
Raja.
Raja.
The Blue
Yes,
Raja.
I know I'm not wearing blue, but if you know your history, you would understand.
It's so freaking funny. He's so good. Like Hank Azaria is one of those actors that just like when he starts the role, he just is the role. You don't see Hank Azaria, you just see the character. Like, oh, he dives into the character. He's so good. I love it. If you guys ever get a chance to watch like a sit down interview with like the cast of The Simpsons, the woman who voices Bart was talking about like some of her favorite stuff was like all the times that they call Moe's Tavern, and immediately Hank just looks down and goes, in Moe's voice, that was you? Wait, that was you? I'm like, God damn it, I love it. He's so good. But yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I love about Shrek. This is interesting. I'm at the moment my interest is not peaked. This doesn't really tickle the pickle. And I know how dirty that sounds. I just like I like the rhyming sound. Okay? Fuck off, people in chat who don't like it and want to yell at me.
Could be worse. Could be Jiggle the Donut.
You know, if you say that, some people are going to get really jelly.
Hey, man, whatever floats your goat.
Well, it's quite the contrary. You'd be quite the you'd be quite the contrarian if you didn't have Bavarian.
Easy for you to say.
Mm-hmm. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. All right. Right now, my interest level is I'd watch it on streaming. That's kind of where I'm at with this. But yeah, as more comes out, maybe I'll become more interested. But Shrek's not really a thing that would get me into the theaters. I need something a bit more in my lane. I have no issues with it, but yeah, it's probably a streaming thing for me, and I'm okay with that. How you feeling about this, Moon?
About the same, currently.
Okay.
There's some people getting uppity about some of the animation changes. I think it looks okay. Yeah, they've kind of changed the style a bit, but it's not bad.
People are going to get uppity about all sorts of stuff. People are going to get uppity about everything. Like, oh my God, they cast a mixed girl to play that doesn't have blonde hair to play Astrid. Oh my God, this movie's over. It's woke. I was like, dude, it's the same dude. Like, they didn't do a DEI hire. He said that she straight up had the spirit of the character, and that was the most important thing. So, you know what? I'm going to trust the director on that and just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. That's just how it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably going to be sitting there being all like, damn, they really upped the animation quality on this.
Here's the thing.
They look so real.
Everybody's acting like their life is...
people.
Everybody's acting like their lives have been ruined or something. First off, for somebody who turns around and says, "Oh my God, this character is white. Why are you casting it?" You should look into who's voicing Astrid for the actual animation. Boy, are you gonna get a wake up call. Secondly, I'm gonna say, if you don't like the live action, it's not the end of the world. You still have all of the animated movies and the series. So it's going to be okay. Your life isn't ruined. They're fucking movies, dude. Calm down. It's not that serious. Unless you work in the industry, it's not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the next thing. This is a follow-up to a story that dropped this week as well. So yes, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy is actually stepping down as the head of Lucasfilm.
Oh, thank God! Sorry,
they are looking for her successor. Now, I want to go ahead and point something out. This is a classic case of just because you're good at one thing does not mean you're good at another. There are so many people out there that are saying Kathleen Kennedy is just trash because they only know her as the head of Lucasfilm when George Lucas stepped down. Take this from let's take this from somebody that is kind of adored in the movie industry. Steven Spielberg has called Kathleen Kennedy the greatest producer ever. Apparently, Kathleen Kennedy is an amazing producer. When I started looking at the films that she was a producer on, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, this is where she should have like been if she was going to stay in Lucasfilm, just be as a producer, cuz holy shit. So if you I should probably look it up just so I can get this correct. Kennedy movies produced. Okay, so the movies that Kathleen Kennedy has produced. Got her first producing job on E.T., by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. She has been on a lot of stuff. Also, for everybody that's like, oh my God, she does nothing good with Star Wars. You do understand that she oversaw four very amazing things that happen in Star Wars. Number one, you know what? That first movie, The Force Awakens, was actually genuinely good.
Yeah.
It was
and
good.
Not just because it copied the fourth movie. No.
It had a very similar vibe to the fourth movie, not gonna lie. But like if you're gonna copy something,
but that's not what made it good.
At least they copied something that wasn't shit. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Secondly, The Mandalorian. That was what helped Star Wars out a lot. And of course, let's not forget the best movie that came out post George Lucas, Rogue One.
And Solo.
Well, Solo didn't do well box office wise, but I still like Solo.
Enough.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. Unfortunately,
well, another big thing was like handing over a lot of like the show production and stuff, the directors and such, to the actual nerds in the industry who have been following this shit for the longest time. Giving Dave Filoni a project and saying, "Here, it's Star Wars. You know what to do." That's the smartest thing ever,
dude. All right, so and then Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew has been getting rave reviews. I need to watch it soon. However, there is one other thing that kind of got mixed reviews that I still really enjoyed, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I loved the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and what reaffirmed like my love, like the whole apprentice thing with the sister, that whole thing was not the greatest. I think it could have been handled better. But when you get to all the stuff with Vader / Anakin and Obi-Wan and all the moments with Obi-Wan and Leia, oh my God, it's so good. That's so good. There's so much content right there. And yes, I know some people didn't like Ahsoka. Sorry, it's Rebels season 5, and if you didn't watch Star Wars Rebels, that's on you. You know? I still like, okay, Sam Witwer, who is essentially, as far as I'm concerned, he is the Star Wars Bible. He's the only person that can out-nerd Dave Filoni on Star Wars.
Because he's done it a couple times.
Because he's done it a few times. The things that he had to say about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series were things that he was just like, I would love to see this. And then he watched the Kenobi series and he was like, oh, they put it in. That's so awesome. Like, yeah. And this guy is like really, really invested and he's here for it. And that's the other thing I'm kind of sad about, like the story at the end of Solo with, cause Maul showed up and that was Ray Park as Maul. And then Sam Witwer doing the voice, and it was so cool. And what they would do is Ray Park and Sam Witwer would talk to one another about like how they wanted to handle the character, on screen and vocal. Like they wanted to kind of match the performance to each other. So that's why there were a bunch of takes there. I love when this stuff goes on like that. I like Ahsoka. I know I'm in the minority on that, but yes. And again with Solo.
I kind of fell out of a lot of the Star Wars stuff.
The other thing with Sam Witwer that I like is he talked about, as far as Star Wars goes, he talked about like show your kids who know nothing about Star Wars, show them the Clone Wars. Then after you show them the Clone Wars up to season 6, right? And then you show them A New Hope, and then Empire. And then when they get to Empire, they're like, wait a minute, what? Vader is Anakin. Then you take them back and you show them episode 1. You show them episode 2. You show them episode 3. You show them season 7 of the Clone Wars, and then you show them Return of the Jedi. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So good, because like what it is they get used to these characters. Like, they see Anakin not as the tragic figure because they don't have that knowledge. They see Anakin as this hero in the Clone Wars. They know how he behaves. So finding out that he is this vile Darth Vader character, that they are the same person, like, because watching episode 4, they'll immediately start hating Vader because they killed the hero of the Clone Wars. Vader killed Anakin, according to Obi-Wan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also sort of according to Anakin in the Obi-Wan series. However, so they have that, and then you get that twist at the end of Empire where you find out and their minds are just blown. They're like, what? It can't be true. It can't be true. Not him. He can't be Anakin. And then you go and you show them the prequels, how Anakin, like, slowly over time. And it's like, no. And so we get that whole thing. And then you show them the redemption. You show them the Clone Wars, so you get that moment with Ahsoka. You see that Ahsoka survived Order 66. And then you show them the redemption of Anakin Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool. All right, so to get us back on the topic, apologies. Okay, so I stand corrected. She was an associate producer on Poltergeist. Yeah. They're here. This house is clean. Okay. Then we have her first official producer credit, E.T. Associate producer on the Twilight Zone movie. The Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, associate producer. Gremlins. Oh no, it gets better. Goonies. The Goonies. She was an executive producer on The Goonies. Back to the Future. All right. The Color Purple. The Money Pit. Hey, you remember An American Tail, Fievel Goes West?
Yeah.
Executive producer on that.
Nice.
Yeah. Empire of the Sun. Mm-hmm. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The Land Before Time. Let's see. Back to the Future 2. Oh, Joe versus the Volcano. Yeah, that's cute. Back to the Future 3. Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Oh, my God. Okay, I hate this movie for what it did to me. Arachnophobia. Yeah. She was an executive producer on the Back to the Future TV show, which I remembered. Yeah. So we got Back to the Future here. Or I'm sorry. We had Fievel's Tales in the first one, or rather, Fievel's Adventures in the West series. There was Tiny Toon Adventures, How I Spent My Summer Vacation, was a production executive on that. Does not surprise me. That's a Steven Spielberg project. Also worked on the Tiny Toons Adventures television series. Okay, here's another one. Jurassic Park. Schindler's List. Oh my God, you remember the live-action Flintstones they did back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah. That had Rick Moranis in it as Barney Rubble.
Yep.
Oh, The Indian in the Cupboard, Congo, Balto, Twister, Jurassic Park: The Lost World, The Sixth Sense. Oh, the AI movie, Jurassic Park 3, Signs, The Young Black Stallion, Seabiscuit, Munich, India. Okay, so she was an executive producer on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and this is before the Star Wars stuff really took. Like, oh no, not the Last Airbender movie. Oh, yeah, not all of them. Okay, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Yeah, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. It's in the 2000s where stuff started to go a little downhill. The Adventures of Tintin.
Okay, The Adventures of Tintin was amazing.
Okay, when we get into the oh my God, Lincoln. She was a producer on Lincoln.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's what put the what's his name on the map. Oh, freaking, I can't remember. Okay, then we have The Force Awakens. Then we have The Girl on the Train. Okay. And Rogue One. It's not until we hit The Last Jedi that things start to get controversial. We get The Last Jedi, Star Wars, Solo, a Star Wars story. Then we have The Rise of Skywalker, which, oh man, that really hurt. I don't know why they put the. Okay, then we have the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I thought was a good series. I thought like the first half of the Book of Boba Fett was good. Oh, Andor! I forgot about Andor. That's also a huge shining light in the Star Wars universe. Willow, not the original, but the TV series that took place from in 2022. Then there's The Mandalorian, which is good. Now, unfortunately, here's the part that really hurts. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I have not heard good things about that. I do need to watch it, but yeah. And then we have Ahsoka. Oh God, the worst thing that I think Star Wars has ever put out, The Acolyte. And then we get Skeleton Crew, which is just, apparently it's amazing. I have heard so many things. But yeah, as a producer, she has worked on some absolute bangers. Some absolute bangers. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear this. Yes, stepping down from Lucasfilm. Earlier this week, Puck News claimed the veteran film producer was looking to retire at the end of her contract this year. Additionally, Puck claimed Kennedy previously considered retiring in 2024, but decided to hold off on making a decision. While Variety reported that a source close to Kennedy called Puck's story pure speculation, The Hollywood Reporters confirmed the report. Now Kennedy has responded herself. According to Deadline, Kennedy is working with Disney boss Bob Iger on a succession plan 13 years into the job, with Star Wars Rebels creator and current Lucasfilm chief creative officer Dave Filoni apparently in a strong position to take on the role. However, she insisted, the truth is, and I want to say loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies, she continued. I will die making movies. That is the first thing that's important to say. I'm not retiring. So stepping down as the head of Lucasfilm, but continuing to be a producer. And I think that's okay. I think that's absolutely okay. While Kennedy confirmed that Lucasfilm has every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road on an eventual succession, she is continuing to stay at Lucasfilm. That involves producing the upcoming Mandalorian movie and a Star Wars film from Deadpool and Wolverine director Sean Levy. It sounds like plans are very much in the works for Kennedy to step down from her current role as president of Lucasfilm, but that doesn't mean she is leaving the company behind and retiring from the movie business. I'm not going to be here forever, she said. George asked me 13 years ago to step in, and now I'm looking at who's going to replace me. And as I said, we have a bench of people internally to handle the business, the creative side. Okay, and I don't know why they had a comma there, but okay. The job has grown also since I stepped in. There was no streaming. There weren't a lot of things that we're involved in right now going on, so it has grown. Kennedy also denied she was being pushed aside or in need of being replaced, insisting that was absolutely not the case and could not be further from the truth. Her tenure includes overseeing a new sequel trilogy that comprises Star Wars episodes 7 through 9, as well as the start of Star Wars streaming era that includes The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Andor, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, and The Acolyte. While some films like The Force Awakens were blockbuster hits, other projects have proven divisive, and some, such as Solo, a Star Wars story, lost money. So here's the thing. My biggest issue, and I think this was pointed out rather accurately by a big movie podcaster, John Campia. When the movies came out, there was not a cohesive plan for the trilogy. There wasn't. There just wasn't, and it was very sad. And I think that's what hurt them the most. There needed to be a cohesive plan for Lucasfilm of what to do with Star Wars. And yes, I'm aware that Lucasfilm is more than just Star Wars. It's just the Star Wars IP is the big one. Oh, I would be remiss if I did not say that rest in peace to Gene Hackman, who sadly passed away this week at the age of 96. So hung in there for a while. So we have lost. He is going to hang out with Chris Reeves up there in the great beyond as Superman finally has his Lex Luthor by his side. But yeah, sadly, Gene Hackman, of course, he's more than just Lex Luthor. Gene has been in some amazing, amazing movies, and he was unbelievably funny. If you've never gotten to see him do comedy, Gene Hackman is hilarious. Just so good. But yeah, sadly, we lost Gene Hackman this week, and that kind of sucks. He and his wife were both confirmed to have passed, and an investigation is apparently continuing. All right, you ready to talk about the next topic, Moon?
I believe so.
All right, we got the Minecraft movie. This one features a lot more Minecraft stuff in the world and a little bit less on the characters, but at least it showed some story stuff going on here, and I wasn't against that. Like, the stuff that we do see. And, all right, so I'm a little more tolerant this time because I know that the character that... oh God, how did I blank on his name? Aquaman. Jason Momoa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the character that Jason Momoa is playing is supposed to be a dick. And so, yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah. Like a little egotistical dick. Anyhow, I do love all the Minecraft stuff looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the only thing that has like an odd look to it for me are the villagers. They just look wrong because it looks like that skin, but it's on block people, and I'm like, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. But there are definitely some moments here that made me smile and even chuckle. Not big laugh out loud moments, but I understand I'm not the target audience here. I'm 43. They're not aiming for me. This is a kids movie, 100%. As a child, we yearn for the mines. Oh, and I will say this trailer definitely put it to rest for me. I'm okay with Jack Black being Steve now. I have no problem with it.
I never had too much of a problem with Jack Black being Steve.
Yeah. Also,
the weirdest thing was just having the blended live action and CG, but knowing that more of the set is actually live action than it appears makes it a bit better.
Yeah. Also, I want to go ahead and point out that I did not realize that the villagers had a unibrow.
Yeah, always.
I never knew that. I love that he's trying to communicate with a sheik. That sheep. It's so dumb. Well, yeah.
Oh Lord, what's her? I don't even know her name. I just know how she talks.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh no! I hit another one. Are you okay? Jesus Christ!
I want to hear some.
Yeah, having the villagers with the ultra realistic look is kind of terrifying, and I don't
Kenny
enjoy
Valley
it.
in this is just So I mean, there's still things that I'm like, I don't know if I like this choice. You know,
the pandas look cute as hell.
The pandas look great. Everything from the Nether looks good. Like the whole point is like if it's supposed to look like that skin on the villagers looks creepy, but on the pigment. That's perfect. That's what they should.
Oh yeah, it's great for the pigment. So here's one thing I'm kind of nitpicky about. He cushions the fall with the water bucket, right?
Yeah.
One, you have to get much closer to the ground before you're even able to do that. That is why that is scary.
Okay.
2, it does not spread like the water should.
No, that's because it kind of goes into regular. Also, the medium, changing the medium, certain things were good. It's not going to be a one-to-one representation of the game, and we knew that going in from the first announcement.
But like, it would have been so much more cool. It's like, we have to wait till we get to the ground. It's like, are you sure about this? I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah,
and
but
especially if they did have revives, oh my god, it would have been so funny. Because like, he would have saved himself.
The problem is it may not work cinematically. They may have tried that and realized it doesn't work cinematically, so they had to go back and fix it. You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with the visual effects people 9 times out of 10 on stuff like this, because we really don't know how tough that job is until you try doing it yourself. You know.
Right.
All right. Moving on, we're going to talk. Okay. We are now in the gaming block. We finally made it, and I want to go ahead and say, I'm not crying freedom tears. You're crying freedom tears. Okay. So Joel, they're doing, Arrowhead Game Studios is doing these Chronicles of Joel, who, if you don't know, is the game master for Helldivers. By the way, shameless plug, we played Helldivers on Friday. And funny enough, we actually did pretty good. We went on Impossible, which is the 8th difficulty setting. So next is just Helldivers and Super Helldive and Super Helldive. We did that, and we got through all 3 of them. It was a slog, except for the last one. For some reason, I was the ninja. Nothing was really around me that caused any problems for a long, long time. And I managed to find all of the super samples and extract with them without dying. Like, I died in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I went deathless. Yeah. But from like a certain moment, I didn't have a lot of bugs around me, and I was even able to take out like a bunch of like 2 nests stealthily, which was hilarious because there was a Bile Titan that finally saw me, and then I ran around the nest to get up to the nest to use the Hell Bomb, and by the time like it had started searching for me, couldn't find me, and then it lost interest and started wandering away, so I could actually head to the next objective. Just it was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, Joel is the game master, and they did this thing where they will give you 2 options as to which thing you want to do. And the community chose airburst rocket instead of the mines on one. And then they had another one, which was you can unlock the mines, so more content, or you could save these imaginary kids on this one planet. And at first, everybody was like, all right, screw the kids. I need the mines. So... Okay, hang on. I'm gonna turn the audio on real quick. Let me turn the audio so they can hear this. This way we're not. This is going to be kind of. Oh no, you guys are hearing it. Oh no, you're not. Okay, so here we go. Now I turn it on. Okay. Internet audio properties. No. Oh, because it's on the other thing. Okay, there we go. All right, so now you guys should be able to hear this.
The community then was given the choice between unlocking this brand new stratagem, the AT mines, or liberate some imaginary, very sick children on Vernon Wells. We deliberately put this choice behind a buffer planet to allow the community some time before they were forced to make the real decision of unlocking new content or saving the very sick children.
And so the first things you see are like these whole their sacrifice will not be forgotten and things like that, because they're like content
internally.
I know some kids who are going to get some sorry for your lost cards and a sack of super potatoes. God dang it.
Sure,
so this is what was going on at the beginning.
That was what we could tell.
Don't worry, kids, we'll get those mines.
Sentiment on Discord and Reddit, they wanted the new content. However, over the course of the time it took the community to liberate that buffer planet, that sentiment changed.
Okay, so the sentiment did change partway through. To all you children haters out there, why saving children is a good choice. Save the children is the logical choice. Guys, save the children on the subreddit for Helldivers is like, we're saving the kids, right? Right?
Right?
And then that's the Discord post. Reposting vote for new people. Old post stands at 17. React child for 18. 17 react to child. 18 react to minds. So yeah,
saving
they started
the
doing new votes.
Saving the very sick children, doing the right thing became overwhelmingly the community sentiment.
Okay, so I love some of these comments that are on there. SES Shield of the People will not leave those citizens to die. We are returning to Vernon Wells effective immediately. SES Guardian of the People reporting for duty, and then they use the 07 salute. We all know what to do as proud Helldivers. We should save the innocent citizens of Super Earth. We all saw the gruesome things that they do to humans. We all know what the automatons would do to them if we don't intervene. And I'm like, oh my god, free the kids. All right, this is my best one. Fuck the minds, we're rescuing the kids. I'm gonna save the future Helldivers. Don't know about you. All right, this was the comment. This was the comment that did it for me. Save the children. I don't need these damn mines. I need reinforcements. I was like, you know what? I cannot argue with that logic. That is it. That is the best. And so this became like a whole thing. They were like, all right, we're going to save the children. Fuck those mines. And it became like a big thing in the community. And
they chose to do the right thing. And as a consequence to that, Arrowhead wanted to honor that choice by the community. So Arrowhead donated.
So Arrowhead literally donated $4,311 to save the children. And if you know the meme, you know the meme. 4311 spells out hell on a calculator.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
$4,311 to save the children, which translates into hell if you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Story.
I also love that you see like pictures from kids who are wearing the Helldiver's helmet, and they wrote "Thank you, Helldivers," and it's like, why are you gonna hit me in my heart? I'm not crying tears of liberty. You're crying tears of liberty.
Tears of liberty.
For your consideration, 500 kg.
Told
we
by
saved the
community
kids, guys.
and their choices and their actions.
It was so cool. I love
in
this.
Tandem with the Galactic War as it unfolds, it is definitely one of the highlights of the Galactic War.
Yeah. So Joel is the game master. So he's the one. He's the evil overlord of the Galactic War, as one would put it. But yeah, I just thought this was really cool and something I wanted to share. This is technically an old story, but the video came out recently. This is 5 days old. So I figured it was worth rehashing and bringing this up. And it's kind of cool. I love it. All right, so our second piece in gaming news. I love that Fenris was the one that posted this about Destiny. So we did cover this before. A science fiction writer's Destiny 2 lawsuit has forced the lawyers to rely on YouTube. Yeah. So last October, a science fiction author, Matthew Kelsey Martineau, launched a lawsuit against Bungie focused on a Destiny 2 enemy faction, the Red Legion. While Martineau alleges is based on work from his WordPress blog, thanks to GameFile, naturally, something on the scale of Destiny 2 faces all sorts of speculative lawsuits, and this didn't seem something that should have unduly troubled Bungie's lawyers, except for the fact that the content in question no longer exists in the game. Bungie's response to the suit was filed in December and airily dismisses all of Martineau's claims. But the interesting aspect is that those claims relate to the original Destiny 2 campaign, which is about a war against the Red Legion. This campaign was subsequently vaulted, Bungie's preferred term for removing content from the game, and is now unplayable or unavailable to play. so the lawyers had to rely on the game's own fans in order to prove their points about the content in question to the court. Bungie's response to Martineau's lawsuit explains that the studio can't submit a copy of the game to a court in order to show the Red Legion story because, one, Destiny 2's narrative is only available to players in the form of a live service video game that has changed significantly over time. Two, physical copies of Destiny 2 and any 2017 version of Destiny 2 are no longer available. The attached works are the best possible way for the court to review the accused work. Bungie's lawyers, with all of the chutzpah in the world, submitted a 10-hour lore video by YouTuber My Name is Bife. Lord Daddy Bife!
That's amazing.
Yeah, the 10-hour video. Guys, you have to understand, this 10-hour lore video is literally the video of everything from Destiny 1 all the way up to right before the release of the final shape. It's the entire Light and Dark saga of the series.
So it's literally just
hours.
sitting there.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, fine. Here's literally every fucking thing. Go fuck yourself.
From the origins to final shape, Light and Dark saga lore and timeline. One can only imagine the judge's delight. This was Exhibit B, and accompanied by Exhibit C from YouTuber Destin L, which is the more straightforward Destiny 2 The Red War all cutscenes Season 1. Bungie said it would stop vaulting Destiny 2 content in 2022, but despite restoring some key elements, including raids, did not restore everything it had previously handled like this. Amusing as it is that Bungie now has to rely on the content that's been properly archived by fans, this is a good illustration of the law of unintended consequences and will certainly be making other live service companies sit up and pay attention. Whatever euphemism they may choose to apply to it, making older content inaccessible in-game can come back to bite them. Yeah. Also, want to point out that they have considered bringing back the content, but the problem is that the game has changed so much in just aspects of playability, how armor, weapons, all sorts of customization works, that it's no longer feasible for them to be able to do that because the game is just completely different from how it was. Keep in mind, this is 2017 to 2025. A little time has passed, you know? Just a little, like 8 freaking years. Well, almost 8 years.
And the game has gone through so many changes.
Yeah, so many. Small tangent, definitely not definitive, has started. They're not reacting to the final shape. They're playing the final shape. And
oh, good.
It became abundantly apparent to those of us in the Destiny community that were watching this how unfriendly this game is to new players. So I deleted my Titan character, created a hunter character, even though they're playing warlock, just so I could do some like a video where I basically streamed it and exported it to YouTube. But I did that so I could offer tips and like insights, that because I could sit there and type an essay and then there'd be like 16 other things I forgot and left out. And there's other things that you don't notice until you're playing and you're like, oh yeah, I should talk about this.
Yep.
So there's
because
a
like
big
there's a
thing.
lot of things, especially when it comes to just like specific builds and stuff, that's like,
Yeah.
I have it built this way so I can just have a quick reaction of doing this and I save my ass.
They don't have backups, no. Yeah, it's not. It's like once it was vaulted, it was vaulted. And you got to understand that the game in that stage no longer like it's not something that they can bring in because the game is fundamentally different. Not just like they have overhauled the gaming engine since then. It won't work. It just, they're incompatible.
Like, they would
That's
literally
why.
have to remake the entire game from the ground up with the new mechanics and shit.
With
they
the new
had added.
mechanics and shit. Yeah, and that would be way more time consuming than they would. The only argument I could make of something like that is to just take the raids that got vaulted, rework those to incorporate the new content and put them in the game. Because that's what people are actually pissed about. Because we lost like we lost 5 raids at the very least. We had 3 on the we had 3 specifically on the Leviathan. I think we had 4 on the Leviathan, and then we had 1 in the city. in the last city where we had to fight against like a fallen commander. That's where you were supposed to get the anarchy. Oh man, there was some stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of raids. I mean, they're bringing back the raids from D1. I'd like them to bring back the raids we lost in D2, you know, because there was some good stuff in there. There's some good shit. Anyhow, yeah, this was just really funny. It's like, hey guys, this doesn't exist in the game. Yeah, the argument that, hey, by the way, this doesn't even exist in the game anymore. This guy can't sue us. It's just, yeah, it's an interesting thing. All right, let's move on to our anime.
If you
news.
really wanted to sue someone about it, you should have done it while the game is out.
Yeah, exactly.
While that stuff was actually happening.
All right, so IGN FanFest is happening right now, and one of the things that happened here is they did an interview with Turtle Me, the author of The Beginning After the End. And if you want to check that out, you absolutely can. But the cool thing is that at the very beginning, they show the first minute of the actual anime. Now, this anime is coming out next month, right? It's in April. It's a spring anime, correct? I'm thinking that's how it is. Yeah. And so we're going to get a lot more gray this time around than we did with like the light novel and the comic, the web comic. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm interested in seeing, because I don't remember like all of this stuff. Technically this is Earth, but it's a fantasy Earth that he exists on. And then before the reincarnation and all
like
that.
I think the biggest thing was this is just like actually showing the other Earth.
Yeah, it's
that way we can kind of see what it looks like.
So, yeah, we got the first like minute of footage of this, and then the interview begins. And I would recommend checking out the interview. We got Turtle Me's actual government name. How dare you, IGN?
What?
Yeah, we learned his actual name, but yeah, it's a pretty cool interview, and this is what's really cool. This is an American webcomic and an American light novel or web novel, all those things, and it's really interesting hearing him talk about it. He was just like, I was just writing this, you know, as a side thing, and then I kept getting all this. It kept getting all this attention and all these views, and I was like, oh, and then he realized I can't dedicate the time that I need to this and also do my job. And if I try to do both, it's gonna make the book bad or worse. You know, it's not gonna get the attention it so rightly deserves, and so. He quit his job and started doing this full time. And here we are, 11 books in. And I got to say, the story, it's amazing. I love it. I'm having fun.
I'm still on book 6. I need to finish it.
All right. Now let's get to the parts where I'm very sad that we don't have Fenris around.
Yes.
You want to take Fenris's place for these?
I suppose I will. Oh, the Transformers one is absolutely mine. That's in my wheelhouse.
I love that it's stop motion. All right. Do we want to play it with Okay. Well, hey, let's watch it together. Let's watch it together, everyone. The Transformers. Oh my God, it's 7 minutes long. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. Yeah. But yeah, this is all stop motion. Hey, God, do you want me to screen share with you so we're on the same place?
I've already started watching it on my own.
Okay. This does look pretty good. This looks damn good.
Really good.
Oh, old school Optimus.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Movie Megatron.
I'm definitely getting kind of a Toy Story vibe, but Transformers. Prime. There's Megatron. The Roomba. Oh no.
God, I wish I had this collection.
Oh, there's Starscream, Bumblebee. Is that Jazz? Wait, hold on. That's Deadpool, right? I'm not losing my mind. That's Deadpool. Oh, I love that. He's actually saving Prime. That's great. Saving Optimus Prime. Megatron saving his buddy. This is so neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, YouTube may strike us, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you other than that. Like, we're watching it and we're commenting over it. I'm hoping that we're okay. We normally just do the news and cover it. Let's make sure that we're all okay. Looking at the go live thing.
Wow.
We're still good. Like, we haven't gotten any strikes or anything yet. So we are commenting over it, and I am keeping the volume low. So
Galvatron.
at least on stream, I'm keeping it kind of low. I'm gonna lower it real quick. There we go. So I love the gum effects.
Yeah.
Is that Rodimus Prime?
Oh my gosh, this guy went so hard.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh my god, the movie Megatron. That's funny. All the Megatrons. Okay, there we go. The different primes. Okay, now all the Transformers are free.
Constructicons.
Oh no.
No, it's specific ones. God, Power Rangers ain't got nothing on this shit.
Jeez, dude. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yep, there they are, the Constructicons. This is crazy, dude. Like,
Right?
oh my god, it's so good. Man. I hope we don't get in trouble for the music. I don't think we will. But
I
I'm
hope
trying to
not
keep it
either.
low. I'm trying to keep
Yeah.
it low so we don't have any issues. We are very much talking over it. This is so good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Big Constructicon. Oh, wow.
Fucking trailer that came out of nowhere.
Dude, the drama in this is so good. Oh
It's
my
amazing.
goodness. I love that you can see the wires too. It makes it even better. Oh my god, are we doing it? It's the Allspark. Or the Matrix of Leadership? I don't know which one it's supposed to be.
That one's the Matrix of leadership.
Okay. Oh, he's transforming. Oh, they even got the trailer. That's so cool.
Right? Just shows up out of nowhere, then disappears as fucking quick.
The truck bed, and now Prime is awake.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, they could not actually use the actual... I don't think they could use the actual music from the show.
Probably not.
Oh, God, he pulled out the axe. Dude, this is so well done.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. This was probably one of the best ways to do the 40th anniversary thing.
Oh, yeah. Because for one, it's very literally all about the toys, but two, it's so imaginative.
And it's from all the different genres of...
Because
from
got
all the different
animated
genres
ones,
of
you've
Transformers.
got
The animated,
live
the different...
actions. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, all the animated, the live actions, the animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world happened to Megatron, though? All
Isn't that
right.
the question, huh?
Okay, well... okay, there's... That's so cool. Wow. Like, so many people were in charge of this. That's crazy, dude. What a good, fun little video. All right, let's go ahead and read the article.
Yep. The Japanese side of the Transformers franchise revealed the special 40th anniversary stop-motion animation episode, We Are Not Alone, on February 13th.
Oh,
The
no wonder,
over 7-minute
it
video
was so badass.
Yeah, it was Japanese.
It was the Japanese, yeah.
They know how to do shit. What can you say?
Yeah. Oh, I thought I recognized Galvatron. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the purple one. That was Galvatron.
Yeah. And then
I said that,
Devastator from Rise of the Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah. All right.
And I think they even had some of the toys were from the more recent Transformers 1 movie.
Yes, I think so too.
Because like that D6 or that first Megatron, I was like, is that D16 or Megatron?
I think that's just OG Megatron.
It could have been very easily.
It could have been. Yeah.
But they definitely had the blue and gold one. I'm sitting there. It's like, oh, it's that asshole.
Dude, they had Rodimus Prime from the second the Quintessons. Like, was it a movie or was it just like a 4-episode special or something? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Oh, it's been so long.
The Quintessons.
But
Return
the
of
over
Quintessons
7-minute
or
video
whatever.
features iconic Transformers toys from across the franchise's history teaming up to battle an autonomous robotic vacuum cleaner. Chief among the characters are several iterations of Optimus Prime and Megatron, Galvatron, and Devastator from 2009's Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. American toy manufacturer Hasbro introduced Transformers in 1984 after securing the rights to the market the Diaclone and Microchange toys from Japanese toy manufacturer Takata for the United States market. Since then, it has spawned several animated series in the United States and Japan, a handful of feature-length films, and numerous video games.
I want to go ahead and point out that, like, for those, I think your sister has mentioned this. I think this is the one she was talking about, Transformers 1. I'm going to say this, and I know it's controversial. I think Transformers 1 is the best Transformers movie.
No, facts. That is absolute facts.
Like, and I am including the animated movies, too.
Yeah. Like, I love the animated movies. And I realize a lot of what made Transformers 1 so good is a lot of stuff that happened in the animated movie. But because this was like a backstory, you got to see how a whole bunch of stuff happened. Why Megatron became what he did. Why him and Optimus hate each other so much. It was so powerful.
Oh,
it was like, oh my God. And then the
So,
simple
what's really
turning
funny
from
is-
his eyes from orange to red.
Like when he like the contrast in personality between was it D16?
Yep. He starts out as D16, but then after
and what's
everything
really
keeps
funny-
happening, all of his world just gets turned upside down again and again. He's
then
just
you
like,
see-
no, fuck this.
Which is funny because how they start out, D16 is actually more in line to be a Prime than
He's so
than
hopeful.
Optimus. Yeah, he literally he embodies all of the he embodies all of the traits and the aspects you would expect from a Prime. And you slowly start to also see how the Decepticons were formed, because you get introduced to Starscream.
And also
and
why
Soundwave
Starscream
sounded
has
so good.
such a stick up his ass.
Yeah,
Which
and,
also
and the
Steve
voice
Buscemi
and the
was
voice.
amazing, and I love how they showed his voice getting fucked up too.
Yeah, that was so good. All right, so on to the next one. Do you want to? Yeah, you covered this one too.
All right.
Yeah.
Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomino, actress singer Chieko Baisho invited to join Japan Art Academy. The Japan Art Academy revealed its 15 new members on February 20th, which includes Mobile Suit Gundam creator Yoshiyuki Tomino and singer-actress Chieko Baisho. The new members will be appointed by Japan's Minister of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology on March 1st. The Japan Art Academy is a national institution that gives preferential treatment to artists who have made outstanding achievements in different fields of art, including literature, fine arts, music, and theater. Tomino was born in Adawara in Kanagawa Prefecture on November 5th, 1941. Do I need to... Well, yeah,
no.
it's good to know what he did.
Just get this next paragraph, and we should be good.
Tomino created and directed the Mobile Suit Gundam anime in 1979. He made his debut at Osamu Tezuka's Mushi production, where he worked on the Astro Boy television anime. He has since directed anime including Zeta Gundam, Gundam ZZ, Char's Counterattack, Gundam F91, Victory Gundam, Turn A Gundam, my bad, Muteki Kojin Daitarn 3, Space Runway Ideon, Aura Battler Dunbine, and Gundam Reconquista in G.
Yeah, that's a lot.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, I can see.
Also, I think he might have worked on a Gundam, but I'm not sure.
No. Okay, I will send you this. This is a topic you'll want to. I'm so mad that we don't have this, that we could talk about this, because it just popped today and I'm not adding it to the lineup. But the second Haikyuu anime film has been announced and confirmed. And like once we get you through the Haikyuu stuff, I think we could start talking about those topics too.
All right.
On to the next story. Oh, I definitely want to cover this because I love the anime. It was so cute. Live action My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999 film reunites the anime cast to voice their in-game characters. So yeah, obviously, if you're watching this, you know that they play as characters in like an MMORPG, and they have meetups in real life and stuff like that. But the official website for the live action film of Mashiro's My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999 Manga started streaming a new film clip on Tuesday. The video reveals that the anime adaptation's voice actors are returning to voice the game characters in the live action film. So they will be voicing the same characters, but as their in-game avatars, which is so cool. Koki Uchimiya, who voiced Akito Yamada, or in the anime, voices the Forest of Savior game character Yamada, and Inori Minase, who voiced Akane Kinoshita, voices the game character Akane. Ai Kakuma, the voice of Runa Sasaki in the anime, voices her game character Princess Ruri, and Ryo Tsuchiya, who voiced Yukari Tsubaki, voices the game character Tsubaki in the film. The film opens in theaters March 28th. Guys, the reason I wanted to talk about this is, yes, I've watched this anime, and this anime was good, and it was cute, and it was wholesome, and all that stuff. But I love little things like this. They're like, yeah, let's get the anime voice cast in to be their to voice their avatars in game. And it's like, what an interesting way to get the two mediums together. Wait, so if you voice your character in the live action, is it like? No, they're not voicing the actual characters in the live action, just their in-game avatars. So like when the characters in the live action have conversations in the game, the dialogue is going to be read by the actual anime voice actors. That's what we're getting at. And it's not a live action MMORPG. That's not what's going on, Brandon. It is a group of people who play an MMORPG and meet up and stuff, all sorts of things. Just, dude, do yourself a favor. Look it up on Crunchyroll and watch it. It's really good. I like it. It's very cute. All right, next story. For ironic reasons, I had to put this one in here. So the voice actress Ayane Sakura, who voices the Dr. Detective in Ameku MD Dr. Detective, got a health screening. Huh. The official Twitter account for Ameku MD Dr. Detective anime revealed that the February 15th episode of the anime special program Ameku Takao no Kushimbi features Ameku's voice actor Ayane Sakura receiving a medical screening. The episode is available on Aniplex's YouTube channel. The just over 20-minute episode of Ameku Takao no just the 20-minute episode follows Sakura as she receives a full medical screening. The voice actor notes at the beginning of the episode that she last received a physical in 2017 after a C comprehensive evaluation. Following the introduction, Sakura proceeds to get her weight and height measured, x-rayed, and electrocardiogram, an echo examination, blood sample taken, a mammogram, a gynecological exam, and a stomach camera exam. Wow. That is a lot of stuff. Health screening, I guess it was required for the show. Not really. That's going above and beyond for just the show, honestly. After each exam, Sakura joked with the filming crew about her experience. The video concluded with an evaluation of her screening. Following the episode, Sakura went into more detail about her medical screening evaluations on the February 15th episode. Anime News Network reached out to Dr. Taku Sairenji regarding Sakura's medical screening evaluations. Dr. Sairenji stressed that without examining the voice actor or looking at her evaluation, he could not make any definitive claims. However, after watching both episodes, he said the physical test result of C is probably due to Sakura's BMI being around 18, which is quite thin. This is clear from the first impression of her physique. For example, there is little subcutaneous fat around the neck and collarbone. As a voice actor who has maintained her appearance, it is likely she is restricting her nutrition considerably. Dr. Saidenji also pointed out Sakura's liver function test. The liver function test result of C is due to high values of AST, ALT, GTP, etc. Taking the liver function test result of C and the ultrasound test result of C together, it is likely Sakura has fatty liver. Normally, fatty liver is caused by drinking alcohol, overeating, and taking drugs. Sakura herself says she doesn't drink alcohol. In fact, if you restrict your diet to lose weight and continue to have an unbalanced diet, it can lead to fatty liver. This is now called lean NAFLD, or lean non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and is often seen in Japanese people. In the video, she admits that she is not getting enough exercise, so moderate exercise and improving her diet will likely bring her values back to normal. So, yeah, there's a lot more info, but I don't necessarily... It feels kind of like wrong.
Yeah, this is
kind of
invasive. Yeah, I kind of hope she volunteered for this, but I could also see the studio being like, hey, do this.
Yeah. But yeah, this is actually interesting. And for a health screening, that was a lot of different things that happened all at once. Like, those were a lot of different tests. But yeah, hey, you learned a lot of stuff.
There wasn't any like gynecological surveys. It'd really be like, okay, who did this?
Yeah, no, there was a gynecological test, but she did have to talk about that. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Yeah, I didn't want to. And even if she did, I didn't want to go there. It feels like too much of an invasion of privacy there. Liver function test is multi-stage. Oh, no, JK. Okay. You want to read this next one? I don't know if you know about. I think you know about Fire Force, right?
I know a little bit about it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. IGN FanFest 2025 began streaming a new trailer for the Fire Force anime's third and final season on Wednesday, and it reveals that the first part of the season will premiere on April 4th. The video reveals and previews the new opening theme song, High Flame by Queen Bee. The first part of the final season will premiere on MBS TBS and BS on April 4th, and the second part will debut in January 2026. Crunchyroll will stream the anime in North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Africa, Oceania, the Middle East, and CIS.
I think we're good.
That's just backstory and stuff.
That's backstory and stuff. This is if you're unfamiliar with Fire Force, this is apparently it's a prequel to Soul Eater. So this is also the same author who did Soul Eater, by the way.
If you couldn't tell by a lot of the character design and the main character having shark teeth for whatever reason.
Yeah. Also, this series ended, the manga franchise ended in February of 2022. Kodansha had teased when the manga ended that there would be an important announcement for the franchise soon. The manga's 34th and final compiled volume shipped in Japan in May 2022. So I wonder what this big announcement was supposed to be. No, it was this. This is Fire My Hero. Yeah, this is basically Fire My Hero Academia. Yeah.
Yeah.
And before My Hero. I think this came out before My Hero animated.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Amber Alert. That's
no. All right. We've got a double dose of One Piece news followed by a double dose of Infinity Castle opens. Okay, so did I have the same thing posted twice? Wait a second. Let me check on something real quick. I don't think I posted.
Also, Amy told you she was on Water 7. She's actually on Innie's lobby.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think I may have. Okay, that's wrong. That's supposed to be something else. Okay, that's why it looks like that. Okay.
What happened?
I have a link that got double posted in the chat that I need to fix. Dang it. I gotta go, and now I have to go searching for it. Jesus. Okay, so I'm gonna have to open the other one so that this isn't on screen. Go ahead and read this current one while I look for the final thing.
Dallas hosts first international One Piece Day in March. The One Piece franchise announced on Wednesday the One Piece Day Dallas card game celebration, the first overseas One Piece Day celebration. The event will take place at the Dallas Fair Park Centennial Hall and Automobile Building on March 8th through 9th. The event will feature the world's first regional qualifier for the One Piece Card Game Championship 25th through 25-26 season, a commemorative drone show celebrating the world of One Piece, a One Piece exhibition featuring manga, licensed anime merchandise, and a One Piece card game showcase, a 2-day main stage program featuring anime screenings, panels with One Piece voice actors and staff, programs with guests from Japan, and live performances by theme song artists Hiroshi Kitadani and Maki Otsuka. A One Piece series announcement.
Hiroshi Kitadani is the one who did the first opening for One Piece.
The first opening and
I
think like 2 or 3 others as well.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, hang on. I have to update I'm sorry, guys. I have to update a specific thing on here. The final link that we have was not the correct link. It was double posted. I have now updated the description to have all of the correct information. So there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Apologies. We will get I'm getting that fixed right now. And bam, there we go. Everything is on there. So yeah, this is One Piece Day in Dallas, right?
Yep.
Dude.
The drone show will take place at the Esplanade Fountain in the Fair Park at 7:30 p.m. The show will feature unique drone choreography visualizing the world of One Piece, offering a grand, one-of-a-kind spectacle to celebrate the occasion. The main stage program schedule includes a screening of One Piece Film Red and One Piece tie-in episodes 1029 and 1030, a talk session with voice actors and series producer, a surprise program with a special Japanese guest, etc., and a live musical performance on March 8th. March 9th will feature a similar schedule, but with One Piece episodes 1100 and 1101 will be shown in place of One Piece Film Red. Main
Oh, that's cool. They've got Brina Palencia showing up. She voices Chopper. She's awesome. I hope she voices Chopper in the live action. I really hope
too.
she does.
I really hope so too.
Yeah.
Main stage guest appearances will include the English voice actor of Tony Chopper, Brina Palencia, One Piece producer Ryuta Koike, musical artists Hiroshi Kitadani and Maki Otsuki, and an additional Japanese guest on March 8th. March 9th will feature the English voice of Rob Lucci, Jason Liebrecht. The main stage will be live streamed on the English One Piece YouTube channel.
Awesome. So yeah, there's
Sweet.
Jason Liebrecht. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You
Bandai
know that
Namco.
you know that the actual voice of Luffy has the voice of Luffy has actually shown up at cons in America, and it's been awesome too. Like she
That's
finally
cool.
got to travel over. Also, fun little side story for people who didn't guess, the Turbo Granny from Dadan or from Don,
yeah.
that is the same voice actress. That's Luffy.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like, give me that weenie. I want your weenie. And it's like, it's so fucking funny to hear Luffy saying that. So yeah, Turbo Granny. If you have not seen Turbo Granny, she's Luffy's voice actress. It's so funny. But yeah, are you on the free tickets?
What? No, I'm still
Okay.
above that. You passed.
Bandai Namco also revealed
Yeah.
One Piece game.
Bandai
Okay.
Namco also revealed details for the One Piece Card Game Championship 25-26. The One Piece Day Dallas event will host the world's first regional qualifier for the One Piece Card Game Championship 25-26 tournament at the Automobile Building. The event plans to host over 3,000 participants over the 2-day event. Those not participating in the tournament will have opportunities to experience the card game for the first time. The planned One Piece Day Dallas exhibition will highlight illustrations from One Piece's Egghead arc. Exhibition pieces will include reproduction artworks from the manga series, along with art from the anime series, licensed merchandise, and a large-scale One Piece card game showcase. A reading area will also be available for fans to enjoy the One Piece manga series. Free tickets to the One Piece Day Dallas card game celebration are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Fans can register for an entry pass for admission for both days on the Bandai TCG Plus mobile app until 10 a.m. Eastern Standard on March 5th. A general entry pass allows fans to bring up to 2 additional guests. Passes also include a One Piece Day bag, One Piece card game promotional cards and deck flyers, Chopper hat, among other merchandise. Along with the One Piece Day Dallas card game celebration, the Los Angeles Lakers basketball team is hosting the Straw Hat Pirates in a One Piece game night on February 28th. I'm sure we'll get more of that in a second, because that's the next story, isn't it? Did he leave?
Okay.
Richie, you there?
Yes, but I'm watching a thing, so I was finishing up that.
Okay, well,
If you don't hear from me, vamp.
this starts. Do what?
If you don't hear from me, just keep vamping. You know.
Well, the problem is it's basically these last 2 paragraphs go into basically what is the next story.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of One Piece stuff, so let's continue. Well, the next One Piece thing is, we already talked about the Boston thing last week. Now
Yeah.
Luffy's going to be at the Lakers, and I it's a very short video, but it's also kind of funny. All right, so if you have not seen them, there are One Piece sports that take place that were like little shorts that accompanied the first couple of movies that came out. They play baseball against like some of the Arlong villains, Buggy, and some of the other villains they encounter in the well, essentially the East Blue arc. And then there is the soccer match, which includes which adds like Alabasta, like the Baroque Works arc characters as well. Mr. 2, I believe, can be found there, and it's really, really fun. So we get we get soccer or football, and we get baseball in the other. So it's a lot of fun. It's very silly. I love it. There's nothing funnier than watching Zoro step up to the plate with 3 bats.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of them in his mouth, and then he gets out because instead of hitting the ball, he cuts the ball. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how he does that with a baseball bat, but it's Zoro, so it makes all the sense in the world, to be fair. All right, so I love some of the little details in this. Dude, later, not now. I'm streaming. Like, I get that you want to send me stuff, Tony's.
Oh.
I'm like, not now. All right. So anyway, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the little video for it. Also, the rival team is the Marines, and I don't recognize any of these Marines.
They're probably just made specifically for this.
Yeah, might be. This is supposed to be HD settings. This does not look that clean, but maybe it's the animation.
Probably just the animation.
Yeah, Luffy without the hat just didn't feel right. I know he can't play the game with the straw hat on, but it just did not feel right until he put the hat on. And like some of the little Easter eggs in here with the jump like this. Who's the king? Who's the king for the Pirate King thing? Is like the Pirate King is the one who's the most free. It's a pretty good video for advertising for this. So I'll read this one. Luffy takes it to the rim in One Piece X Lakers anime short. A new One Piece short animation debuted on Friday during the Los Angeles Lakers One Piece game night. The short features the One Piece lead Monkey D. Luffy playing 1-on-4 basketball game against the Marines for this from the series. Following the on-court premiere, the One Piece English YouTube channel streamed the short worldwide. Anime News Network attended the One Piece game night. Highlights of the event are available through our events on Twitter and Instagram accounts. Inaki Godoy of One Piece was spotted at... Okay, so live action Luffy was there. That's awesome. They had like little logos and stuff. Yeah, so... Oh, wow. Okay. So Luffy and the Straw Hats were slammed up. Okay, so he was taking photos with different people, and there were... I don't recognize the person that Inaki's with, but they had like a treasure chest full of One Piece stuff. The LA Lakers basketball team hosted the One Piece anime on February 28th for the One Piece game night. The game featured not only the short anime, but also a limited Lakers X One Piece t-shirt and a One Piece Bounty Rush photo on the main concourse inside the Crypto.com arena. What a time we live in. Along with the Lakers One Piece night, the Boston Red Sox baseball team announced their second One Piece themed day on February 19th, which we covered. And yeah, you can also get a limited edition Monkey D. Luffy bobblehead repping a Red Sox uniform, which is kind of cool. So yeah, if anybody's going to the Red Sox game, let us know how it goes. And if you were at the Lakers game for One Piece night, let us know how that was. We're curious.
Yeah. I think that dude that Inyaki's, was
is
next
that the,
to, I think that was just
is that
like
the
a winner
showrunner
of a sweepstake or something.
Winner. Okay, I was gonna ask if that was the showrunner, but I was like, wouldn't he be too busy? In Alabasketball? Oh my God, we handled this in Alabasketball. That's good. I like that. That's good. All right, so officially confirmed the date for the release of the first Demon Slayer movie for the Infinity Castle saga has been confirmed July 18th. Aniplex announced in a live stream event on Saturday that the first film in the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, I don't know why we're saying Demon Slayer twice, but okay. Infinity Castle film trilogy will open in Japan on July 18th. The film will play on 443 screens, a franchise record, throughout Japan, including IMAX screenings. Outside of Japan, Aniplex aims for the new film to play in 150 countries and regions, which is wider than the franchise's previous world tour of over 145 countries and regions.
Okay, but how many U.S. states, damn it?
Like, okay, this needs to be in every goddamn state. Because this is not like, oh, it's a cute little anime movie showing like some episodes, some previous episodes.
These are very important movies.
These are very important. Yeah, if you're a fan of Demon Slayer, these are very, very important. Advance tickets in the form of movie cards featuring the fully assembled key visual above will go on sale March 7th. Then on April 4th, 7 more movie ticket cards with the characters in the key visuals split between them will go on sale. A special set of all 8 movie ticket cards in a matted frame will also go on sale April 4th. The Hinokami Chronicles 2 game, the sequel to the 2021 Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles game, will launch in Japan on August 1st as well. The new films adapt the Infinity Castle arc. Crunchyroll will bring the trilogy to theaters globally, excluding select Asian territories in Japan. So yeah, that is the information and update going on there. All right, on to our last story in the anime block. This was the one that I had to fix the link for because it was bringing up the Demon Slayer one again, and I was like, no. All right, so new manga from Oshinoko's Akasaka debuts on March 19th, so just a couple of weeks away. This year's 13th issue of Shueisha's
traumatizing.
I have no idea. Of Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed on Thursday the title of Akasaka and Aoi Kujira and Ajichika's new manga. Jesus Christ, there's 3 people working on this. Okay. And its launch in the magazine's 16th issue on March 19th. The new manga is called Fairy Tale Clown. Note, the title's katakana spelling could also mean crown.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's crown.
I'm going to say crown, yeah. Akasaka is writing the story. Kujira of Geek Circle Crisis is composing the series' story, and Record of Ragnarok artist Ajichika is drawing the series. So Akasaka is writing it. What's the difference between composing the series story and writing the story?
Composing's probably drawing.
No, well, maybe, but they're saying that Ajika is drawing the series, or Ajichika is drawing the series. So I don't know. Okay. The magazine teases a fairy tale story with a prince and princess guided by fate. And this is backstory of all the stuff with Oshinoko. Yeah. So there we go. There we go, guys. Looking forward to that, actually. I wonder what it's going to be about. But that being said, that is all of the news that we have. We're going to move on to our anime reviews. So, guys, once again, if you don't want spoilers for the shows we're going to be talking about, and of course, those shows happen to include the newest episodes, or at least except for Zenshu. It's last week's episode of Zenshu, but this week's episode of Blue Box, Apothecary Diaries, and Solo Leveling. So, if you have not watched these, we absolutely understand if you have to go. Thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out with us for this little bit of time. And we appreciate it for coming by, watching, leaving a like, chatting in the comments, and just generally overall
stuff,
being
checking
active.
the things.
Yeah, helping us fight those algorithms. But that being said, yeah, we're going to jump into this. Spoiler tag is coming up. But if you got to go, we absolutely understand. And thank you guys so much for watching. Now, spoiler tag is up. We're going to start talking about Blue Box. So, all right. Yes, we're finally starting to get to it. The confession is happening, just not to the person it needs to happen to.
Sadly.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember this part. I'd forgotten. Okay, to be fair, I'd forgotten who the manager was because I just didn't remember the manager, and I forgot. Oh no. Yeah, she becomes a thorn in the side in the story too. Yeah. Not quite the way, but not in quite the same way. But like all the misunderstandings that happen around with her. Like, God, you want to watch Apothecary Diaries? Oh. No, you need to watch Apothecary Diaries. Like, there's so much going on. All right, anyway, so Moon, there was a lot going on in this episode.
Oh, quite a lot.
There was a lot. We had the rumors going all over the place.
Yep.
Also, his captain is so adorable. But also at the same time, man. Also, what's her name? I can't remember her name right now. The gymnast girl that he quote unquote kissed.
Hina.
Yeah, Hina. I love how she was like, yeah, I'm totally using this to my advantage. So, like,
it's like, you bitch, but also, okay.
You know what? Understandable and good on you for actually letting him know. You know, instead of just like sneakily using it to your advantage behind the scene, you just confronted him and said,
you know, if ever you just want to let these rumors become true at some point, all you got to do is tell me. It's like, what?
So yeah, there's that. And then we had the conversation between Chi and her friend, who is the badminton senpai's girlfriend. I can't remember their names at the moment, but they have a conversation, and you realize that Chi actually is in love with him, like. But you know, I also like the description of everybody has a very different approach to love, and the speed at which they fall in love is different. Like that was very good. I loved how well this whole thing was set up, but in both ways, the anime and the manga. This was done so well, and it was
but
just
it's also
really good
interesting
conversation.
because like it does also show like the speed at which some people get comfortable with others.
Dude, this
because,
was
like,
romance week with anime, it felt like.
Oh, absolutely.
With
one
all
thing
the
that
anime,
like
well, except for solo leveling. Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing that Chinatsu was like noticing how quick this new girl was to just lay hands on Taiki, and she's like, "Oh, wow, are they already?" And very quickly, it is like very easy to see. It's like, "Oh, no, she was just okay." But still, it's like how quick this girl is to like get close, get up in someone's business and be handsy. It's like, wow.
And he's very uncomfortable with that.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's really, really funny to me. Like, I'm like, Chi, you literally heard her sister talking about how she's so flighty and everything. Also, I love the fact that she joined because she saw what's his name from the other school there practicing, and she was like, I need to.
He was totally hot. I need to get on that. And it's like he doesn't go to this school. Oh. Okay, bye then. No. Too late. You've already signed up.
And I love that. I love that her sister's boyfriend was like, "No, you're not leaving," and she's like, "Shh."
Yep. You'll get to see him again once we go to competition. All right, I'll help.
That was so silly. I loved it. It was good. Yeah, and her fear of spiders keeps becoming a thing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be funny.
It's good comedic.
And then also like just the speed, because they also mentioned that the speed at which Chinatsu like grabbed the spider and threw it out, and Taiki sitting there. It's like, you hate spiders too, don't you? And it's just like, I needed her to stop touching my man.
Well, there's also the fact that like she's like, I did it. I'm overcoming. Like you get that little monologue from the first one of like she's trying to get stronger and overcome her fear. She hasn't overcome it, but she's like it's a step in that direction.
It's a step. Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was really, dude, she is so fucking wholesome. She's just
She's wonderful.
All right. Whereas if I see a spider, just burn the house down.
For me, it depends on the spider. If it's a spider, I'm safe with. Like, if it's a jumping spider, those things are fucking adorable. I'll just be careful with that. If it's a black widow or something like that, it's
black
either
widows
the
and brown
shoe
recluses
or the fire.
It's the fire. Yeah. Clearly, nothing could be saved. I saw a spider.
Yep.
I love this.
That reminds me of Psyche K. He just walks into a room. There's one little cockroach, and he just teleports himself to some random island. Who fucking knows where? You familiar with Psyche K?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude's born with incredible psychic power, and then he's like, well, this isn't fair. I don't like this. So he literally does something to make the rest of the world have some powers that pop up here and there too. So he's more normal. But he can't control really all of his powers. It's hilarious.
Yeah. No, I know what it's about, but I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's worth the watch.
Yeah. I know it's a comedy. It's just an absolute slapstick comedy. Yeah.
It's so great.
All right. Psyche K also met Kuro Senpai. That does not surprise me. Kuro Sensei. Or I don't know why I called him Senpai. Sensei. Kuro Sensei. All right. But yeah. A lot happened here. I don't this was a fun episode. This was just a fun episode to come off of last week's episode. So
Absolutely.
I'm giving this one I'd say I'd give it a solid 8.
I think I'm with you. 8 on this one.
Yeah. Okay. So our next one up, we get Apothecary Diaries. Okay.
Yeah.
This was a setup episode, right?
Absolutely. So it was.
But for it,
kind of
this
annoying.
is why I love Apothecary Diaries so much, though. Even their setup episodes are absolutely bangers. They get you invested so quick. I also love the little misunderstanding that they think that Mau Mau's into bugs because that other girl.
Yeah. It's like, well, if it's not you, then who is it?
And how strange Mau Mau is to everybody else sleeping in the having to stay in the storehouse as a punishment. To her, she's like, "Oh my god, thank you so much!
Oh my gosh, I have so much space. Thank you."
Thank you.
What?
Like the head of all of the handmaids is just like, she does not know what to do. She's flabbergasted. She's like, "This is your
Like, this
punishment.
is supposed
It's
to be
my
a punishment."
reward." It's like,
It's
what?
like, thank you. What do you mean, thank you? I can do this. I can have space for this. I can put this over here. No, sweet. Oh, okay.
I'm like, you poor sweet delusional fool. You're only making it worse. Like Mau Mau sees this. She's like, yes.
And then came the spooky part.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's the Empress Dowager. It's like, it's what?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. So that would technically be the Emperor's mom, I guess, in this case.
So mother and
This
wife,
Kurt.
because
Yeah.
she has to maintain the Empress, but that's why they have the concubines, so they don't have to deal with making the tree a circle.
Yeah, that's thank God. But yeah. And I love how word is getting around to everybody of importance about
Yeah,
Mau
it's
Mau.
like Mau Mau
Yeah.
smart. She do things like, oh, good. I've had this problem that's been bugging me for a week.
Yeah, and it was also interesting to learn some of the things that the Empress Dowager has done, like abolishing slaves and slavery.
Yep.
But also how that works with the courtesans in the red light district, because they're like, nope, they're not slaves, they're employees, different thing. It's like
They make
so
money, sort of.
They make money. Which is a big problem that happened when with Japan, because they abolished slavery and then the U.S. came down and was like, nah, if you're getting rid of slaves, you have to get rid of prostitution too. And a lot of those people that was their profession, they were like,
But
they didn't know what to do. Yeah, it was a thing. It became kind of a big deal over in Japan when they had to abolish that system.
what do you
is
mean
what I
I
was
can't
getting
touch
at.
someone in the funny zone for money?
Well, America has always been prudish in that nature.
Always.
And sex work is the oldest trade. It's not gonna get abolished. It's just gonna keep happening.
Which is funny.
So
we
stop
would
trying to
not
control it.
have been able to spread as far west as we did without saloon girls and
I'm also
prostitution.
gonna straight up say that another thing that's very important is that if it wasn't for the porn industry, a lot of innovations that the porn industry latches onto in like beta tests in the industry, like technologies and stuff, would not exist today if porn hadn't taken a chance at it. So
Makes sense.
yeah, funny enough, pornography is usually the first innovator of something when it comes to like the medium of like the arts and things. It's really weird how that goes. But yeah, we're in a prudish nation. It is what it is. And we try to force our prudish ideals on other countries. And yeah, that being said though,
although it does seem like in recent years we're getting a little less prude on something, so that's fun.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, but violence is a-okay. Oh yeah, it's
Absolutely.
dude, yeah. You have to realize humanity is a barbarian culture, and once you understand that, everything makes sense.
Jabbers.
We have not we like to pretend we have not outgrown our barbaristic ways. Are getting fewer but stronger. Oh yeah, fewer but stronger. Yeah, the loud minority. Yeah.
Fair.
Anyhow, so we are getting some investigation about a potential curse.
Yes. The queen comes in and she's sitting there. It's like, hey, so
did I curse my
late husband or
yeah?
What happened there? Mama's like, well, I need to do some digging. And then the empress is sitting there. It's like, all right, cool. We're going to have all the concubines over for a tea party. Mao, you're going to go talk to my handmaiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I like that the interesting part is that they found out about Mao through the old lady that was looking to train her when she was working for Jinshi. And she was like, I finally found someone worth training. And so that was all it took. It took. And guys, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that this Empress Dowager is actually Jinshi's mother.
Oh, that's pretty much 100% confirmed.
Yeah, I think that I'm like 99.99999.
The emperor has an unknown brother.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think Jinshi is actually the real heir, but like we're not allowed to talk about it or whatever.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably that Jinshi needs a new empress for himself in order to take the throne.
Yes.
Which I mean,
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We learned some not so great stuff about the former emperor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Boy had a thing for the youngins, and yeah, that made me a little uncomfortable.
If he could sing, it would be an A minor.
Yeah. I didn't know Drake was an emperor in China.
I mean,
say Drake. I want to look at the camera and smile. Say Drake. I hear you like him young. You better never go to cell block 1. All right. Anyway, being said, this episode was really interesting. That's the cool part about Apothecary Diaries. I don't think there's low moments. There are
killing me.
Even their setup stuff is like really intriguing and interesting. You get pulled into the mystery of a lot of different things happening. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
And it's really fun. And like, I'm pretty certain what's going to end up happening is that it's like she didn't curse him, but something happened around her that ended up with him dying, but still being preserved.
I think it has something to do with that room because it wasn't just him; it was also his mother.
Yes, but the thing there is that his mother decayed, but he did not in the year that they were in that box.
Okay.
So there's something extra going on outside of that.
I still say it has something to do with that room, but whatever.
It definitely has something to do with the room. There's something in the room that like aided in the killing or possibly even aided in the preservation. But still having to,
formaldehyde.
Need more information.
Somebody made formaldehyde.
Very easily. Like, that could actually be what it is. It's like,
it could be.
So this is it's like, okay, so I know what happened. One of them liked to drink this, which when combined with this becomes formaldehyde. And it's like
100%. I could believe it. I could absolutely believe it. Alrighty. Yep. That being said, let's move on. Man, okay. This was so well done. This episode of Solo Leveling was so well done. Like they treated this moment right For people who
Very
are
much
like,
so.
for people who are very worried, oh no, what's gonna happen with? Is he gonna do? Like, there are people that don't know the source material, so they're like, he's gonna get pulled into this raid before he could go, take care of his mom. Nope,
Nope.
nope, nope. Genu immediately goes and takes care of business. He immediately goes, and like
It's
that
not,
whole
I have
buildup-
this, let me do this tomorrow. It's, I have this
now. Yeah, I have this. Let's go now. It is so interesting how this works, and like the whole vibe shift, the tone shift between anime and manhwa. Like in the manhwa, it's not that this wasn't a heavy moment. It very much was, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
The series of events was much quicker because of the medium of and the anime really took its time and
took
made a
its
big
time,
deal out of this.
and-
They
Yeah, I'm sitting there
They
and
met the
I'm like,
moment.
I wish
They met the
we'd have
moment.
taken a bit more time on it now. Shit.
Yeah. They really did meet the moment, and I'm so happy about that. Yeah. So I'm good. I'm really, really happy with how they handled this. It was so well done. And yeah. I think this is going to be a really fun one. I'm disappointed with how it ended, of course, because they always got to end an episode on a cliffhanger. Also, we got to see Byung Min, the healer guy. I loved the interaction between those two.
Yeah, him and Bake.
Yeah, him and Bake. It was so much better. There are definitely moments that stand out that are better in the anime than they were in the manhwa. The mom was a big one, and then the conversation between those two was huge. So next we're gonna get the S ranks going up against each other. Japan versus Korea S rank contest. That's what's coming up next episode, and I won't say anything to spoil. I just know that there's a particular thing that I'm very much looking forward to. Yep. Oh shoot, we didn't rate Apothecary Diaries. We just jumped into solo leveling. My bad.
Yeah. I would rate Apothecary probably at a 7 because
At a
it's
7?
another build-up episode. So.
I still say it's an 8 because it still, like, it gets you invested even as a build-up episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see that.
And for solo leveling, you know what? I'm going to give this a 10. I thought the way that they handled those, the mom coming back, that whole thing, like, it was so well done. And then the conversation that we talked about before between Bake and Byung-min was so well done. I
agree.
Yeah, I got to give this a 10. This is one of those
I'm right there with
standout
you.
moments in the season. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last but not least, let's talk about last week's episode of Zenshu. Oh my god. Okay, so first off, can we just point out
Hot Springs episode.
Luke is adorable. Luke is
Absolutely.
adorable in how he does not understand how, like, you do relationships. He's like, I love that he's like, I'm just gonna, like, immediately ask her to marry me, and everybody's like, no, don't do that. That'll
No.
creep her out.
You gotta let her know your feelings, dude.
And then
Okay.
he just,
I love you. I love
I
you.
love you.
I love you.
I love you. Also, we find out that the crazy bird that we saw at the end of the episode was actually the creator of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. And you have to sit there and wonder, does that mean she's also controlling the voids?
I don't know. I'm thinking possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it was like that new void showed up and it's like, wait, it's doing the beam attack thing that you did. And I'm like,
Yep. It's animator versus animator. I'm really here for it.
Yeah.
So Mappa's really letting their really flexing their stuff here, and I like it.
Of course.
But yeah, we get all the Luke
Including
stuff.
with the big ass mech.
Yeah, I like all the conversations that Luke has with everyone. It's so freaking cute that the that we get a just some really heartfelt moments with Luke. We do. And man, just he's so innocent. He does not know how to do things. So they're like trying to explain, you got to take him on a date. He's like, okay, what's a date? And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my
poor
God.
boy.
Yeah. The poor little bean. Poor bean.
And honestly, a hot spring may not have been the best idea for a first date because,
no,
woo!
but it is somewhere that
Suddenly
she
all,
wanted to
like-
go. It is somewhere
what?
that she wanted to go though.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's jump in. And then she unzips her hoodie, then looks at him, zips it right back up.
Yep. I was like, okay, she does have some sense of propriety. I honestly thought the clothes were just going to go flying and she would jump in, but she was like,
Me too. And he
Yeah.
would be hella flustered. And I was like, ha.
and it was
all
like,
right.
oh, no, she's aware. Oh, she's aware. I also like their conversation in the hot springs about the 9 soldiers and how much she likes them. And she almost said that she loved him the most. But she caught herself. Like she's starting to be aware of like the things around her. She's starting to become a little bit aware. And I like that this whole thing started off as they're like her supposed to be doing a romance, and she doesn't know anything about romance. She's trying to learn.
And then the episode also ended with squee.
Yeah, and now she's starting to understand what it feels like to be in love, and now she's very much in love with Luke. And it's so cute. And now I'm worried for them because something good happened. I'm like, all right, the other shoe's about to drop. When? All right. So, what are we going to give this episode? Also, yes, we had the giant Gundam mech thing that she made.
Oh, yes.
Which is
it
just
was so great.
I love that. I was like, oh my God, Studio Mappa doing Gundam.
Also,
Yes.
That's kind of another thing. Not only is it a difference in animator versus animator, but it's like one animator jumped into this world and she's like, all right, so I guess I'm just gonna make sure this goes to fruition like I did before. And then the other animator jumps into this world and she's like, no. I want my characters to be safe. I love them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like one of them is just treating it like it's wholly fake, entirely entire fabrication, and the other one's treating it like, no, this is kind of a world. I want these people to be happy.
I want them to live. Please live. Life needs things to live. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, though, what are our ratings for this episode?
I think I'm gonna give this one a 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. This is my favorite episode of all of them that have come out so far. I can understand why you'd give it a 10. Absolutely could. There was so much good stuff that was happening right here, and I can easily see why it would be a 10. But I feel like I needed just one more thing to bump it fully up to a 10 for me. Just for me. I don't even know what that one thing is. I just felt like if there was just one more little thing that was just as good as everything else, it could have been bumped up there. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching Zenshu. So, new episode's out today. That being said, though, that's everything. Guys, spoiler tag coming down. Thank you so much for sticking with us and hanging out for this episode of Anime Church. We will be up on our Twitch channel doing the solo leveling manhwa reading and just about an hour and 50 minutes. So make sure to come by and hang out for us for that. And then we'll be back to light novel reading tomorrow, and things will continue. I think we're going to stick with Helldivers for a bit for Fun Friday, but
We're gonna save the children, right?
We're going to save we already did. We saved the kids.
Do it again.
I'm not crying freedom tears. You're crying freedom tears. Here's the other thing. If I'm awake, didn't see you there. Yeah. And lastly, I will say, unless of course we get a bunch of people that want to do the whole Subnautica thing, and it's okay if you can't be there for everyone. The important part is you can sign in, sign out, come and go from the dialogue and the role play aspect of it or whatever anytime you want. And essentially you're just role playing yourself, what you're doing, stuff like that. We're just all people stuck on this planet talking to each other. Yeah. And we can make up fun things and just do whatever. I love it. It's basically gaming improv essentially. So It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later when we see you for solo leveling. But as always, if you guys have any thing that you want to talk about in regards to any of the news stories we covered, make sure to comment those in the comment section once this video has finished being live. And of course, give it a thumbs up. Let us know, let the algorithm know that you like what you saw. That being said, I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus!
And this has been Anime Church, the church where you can cosplay and we won't judge you for it. We'll see you soon. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Bye!